what I see as being a problem. You said you want to talk about this great roll up of power, and that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. What you're describing is these cartels, this big tech, these huge companies that are, just machines that are moving forward and getting bigger and bigger and taking. And you're saying, basically skitch onto this because they're gonna get big.
Look, the
get
way
become a part of it.
everybody can figure out, hopefully, what's happening in the world, right? It goes
I
without saying.
hope so. Goodness.
Yeah. So we're being third worldified for the first time in America. We're seeing this kind of announcement of a caste system, essentially, where there's going to be W-2s who are kind of the elites, the nobles, and then there's going to be the 1099 contractors, that most of which will be fighting in the Thunderdome, right? It's pretty obvious that that's what's going to be happening, and that a lot of the tech elites are displacing our political nobles, right? The sovereignty, the inherited sovereignty of some of our nobles, like Pelosi and all those. And we're seeing kind of a transformation of our people operating system. I've been talking about this for a long time. It's a transformation of our people operating system. And now people have finally realized that we've had the Constitution swapped out, and in its place, almost imperceptibly at first, has been the terms of service, right? So now everyone's talking about that as though they're a genius. Now everyone is saying, hey, you know what? These companies are just making trillions off of us. I was telling people this 2 years ago. So when the market came down, I'm like, look, nothing has changed. They're taking over. Just buy them. You can't go wrong. I think Facebook was $170 at the time. I think Tesla, adjusted for the split, was like forget about adjusted for the split, was like $400 at that time. So it's gone up, tenfold almost. So if you know what's happening, right? If you know what the future is, you know that there's going to be this caste system. The plebs are going to get the shitty education where they're being just terrorized by woke. And if you know that they're swapping the rhetoric of social justice and what used to be the rhetoric of economic justice, right?
Yeah,
is now being swapped out, and being swapped in is social justice. And they hope that nobody doesn't know. So you're going to have a lot of poor, stupid people. And that's unfortunate, but you've got to make sure that you're not one of them, right? Or you got to make sure that your children aren't one of them. You're a good-looking guy. You're going to have 10 kids. You got to make sure you're
Whoa. Maybe let's start with 2, and then we'll see what happens after that.
You have any kids?
I don't know, but I found the woman. I found the woman. She's amazing, and we have plans for kids eventually, but haven't gotten started on that.
I have a son who's a little bit older than you. Get it done. You're wasting time, man. Get it done. You're going to love it. They've got a baby boy coming in March.
Oh, that's awesome. Congrats.
They won't tell me the name. though. Is
that killing you? Is that killing you?
It is, because I'm like that kid that on the days before Christmas, I used to hunt throughout the house, open up every drawer, every little nook and cranny, looking for my present in advance, right?
Huh.
And then when I'd find out, because I'd always find out, I'm devious, then on Christmas Day, I'd have to act surprised about it, right? I'd have to act surprised and appreciative about it. And the worst was when it was a shitty present, right?
Yeah.
That's the worst, when you know it's coming.
It's like, oh, man.
I know, right?
So you've always been kind of looking into the future and prepping for it. That's what I'm getting, like all the way from when you were a kid. I
forgot to share this. I'm going to share this on Twitter. I told everybody I was going to share it on Twitter. Is it on your feed?
We're live on my YouTube page.
Yeah. Did you post it on Twitter?
I did post it on Twitter, and I tagged you, so you can find it.
Oh, did you tag me? All right, cool.
Yeah, well, I tagged you.
It's rude, right? But I'm going to do it because
no, it's fine. Look, good. my show is not the most professional show. I like to have it more relaxed and chill. There's not high stakes. We're having a good conversation, so it's good.
So now
you just told me to have 10 kids, and I'm like, let's change the subject.
No. So now I don't see it. So
no, I'm just messing with you.
But now I don't see the tweet you did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now what I'm going to do, right?
Okay, I got you right here.
Oh, I'm going to do this.
I just sent it to you.
I'm going to retweet it. Right?
That works too.
I'm going to retweet it. Now watch this. Now what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to go to YouTube itself. I'm going to click through the link. So you're going to hear it for 1 second. Now what I'm going to do is, you see, watch that. Now I'm going to pause it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it. Watch this.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to share it. Just watch this. Okay.
Wait, what am I looking for?
You can't see a thing. I'm telling you to watch this like, through my eyes. Okay. So,
okay.
Now what I'm going to do.
I'm looking through your eyes.
Oh, you see that? You get to hear yourself.
Wait.
Okay. So now
I hear myself.
Yeah, get over it. You sound great. Yeah. So now watch this.
I hear myself.
Okay.
Are we doing some trippy YouTubeception?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
You feel better now, right? You feel better. Okay.
Oh, I felt great. This has been fun.
Okay. So now watch this. So now I'm just going to say live now.
Yeah, that works.
And then should people be thoughtful and join us, I'm going to repeat every single thing that I said. We're going to start from there. So
from the beginning, we're going to start all the way over. Welcome to the show, Adam. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Wait, you got to have the music going.
The music kept you chill.
We missed it.
The music kept you chill, right? The music was good. So now.
Oh man, you know my show, man. I'm chill. I'm chill, baby.
You are. So now I'm back. Man.
That's good.
So yeah. So if you know what the future is, you got to make sure you have an obligation, a moral obligation to your future to don't suffer it. Right?
That's why I dedicate myself to doing research and coming and going live every day, because this is something that I enjoy. I love being on stage. I was a musician for a long time, and that's kind of where I gained this love of being on stage. Now I get to be on stage every day, and the best thing about this is people send me letters. In fact, I got a letter today. Let me see if I could just. Normally, I don't do this when I've got a guest on, but I got an amazing letter. I teared up a little bit, because it was just saying about how incredible they, let's see, it's kind of long. See if I can sum it up, but it's just a little clip here. Is you're bringing a lot of good to a lot of people. And I just want to say thank you for doing it and hope you keep going. Keep being you, doing what you do, sharing it with all of us. You're doing great. And this is just a little bit. They go on to say about how much that I've inspired them
really
to stand up for themselves, to speak out. My music is part of that. The things that I say, the way that I do my research, and kind of have like a open stream of consciousness of just talking about things that I'm realizing. It's like I have a purpose, and I feel that I have a purpose, and that it feels so good. And it's because it's probably because of Nisha. Is my wife's name. She's helped me. I've always been very good at living in the moment. I'm very good at that, living in the now, being here, and present. But I don't think about the future.
Hold on for a second. I'm going to ask you questions.
Go ahead. Yeah. Ask me. What do you got?
Do you do yoga?
I don't. But she wants me to.
You got to. You'd be good at it. Let me tell you why. I don't do yoga. Right? Okay. Wall Street people and venture capitalists, and I'll give everybody a little background on myself in this moment. But Wall Street people, venture capitalists, and finance people don't live in the moment. We are not conditioned to live in the moment, right? And so we're always living in anticipation of the next quarterly earnings report, or our next that we hit our next milestone. We're always living, and even now, I struggle to recognize and appreciate and kind of carry every single moment. That's why I listen to that music. Yeah, it helps you, and you'd be really good at yoga because you won't struggle as much as I've done for 20 years, struggling with awareness of the moment.
I don't know. I've tried yoga before, and there's something about my moment, and me being, at one with my thoughts, and someone showing me this is what it's like to be at one with, you know what I mean? There's something that I've kind of grown into my own, like, I don't know, something about yoga. It is physical, you have to physically do moves, and I'm not necessarily, I'm a skateboarder, so I am very physical in some senses, but I don't know, it feels like there's something different. But
so let me ask you another question.
Sure.
Do you meditate?
No, but this is something she really wants me to do, is meditate. And actually many people that are close to me are like, you should meditate.
How do you know you're really living in the moment? If you don't have like a practice, if you don't practice something and you don't have a guide, how do you really know you're living in the moment?
That's a good question.
Maybe
I
you are living in the moment. Maybe you're just not having an awareness of tomorrow or yesterday. That doesn't mean you're living in this moment. It just means you're negligent about tomorrow and yesterday. There's a difference.
I could see what you're saying there, and I agree there is a difference, and maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not necessarily living in the moment, but I think it comes and goes. I was just talking today. I used to smoke a lot. I don't know if you've ever smoked pot, but I used to smoke. I don't
No,
smoke
I don't
anymore.
do, I don't do pot.
And well, I used to, and I feel like my mentality has changed a lot since I don't do that anymore. And I'm glad I don't, because it kind of like it gave you some like a disconnect between reality and life. And now that I have not smoked for a long time, it's been a while since I don't even miss it. I don't think about it, but I used to a lot more prevalent when I was, you know, I was a skateboarder, a musician. It was just like kind of like a part of everyday life. Now that I don't do that anymore, I realize how much more in the moment I am now because I have something to compare to when I was so disconnected.